In today's video, we are going to tell you if you need a domain name or not. We're going to cover what a domain is, how you can set one up, and then we're actually going to go through the process of acquiring a domain name with a company called Bluehost. Okay, so let's talk first about what a domain name is. A domain name is like an address to your home on the internet. Each domain name has a unique IP address that identifies the website, and it's a series of numbers. And domain names were actually introduced because the series of numbers were too hard to remember. Okay, next we need to talk about the domain name system, or DNS. And this is essentially the phone book of the internet. DNS basically just transfers domain names into IP addresses. So entering a domain name in a browser will actually initiate a query, and this will then bring you to the correct website. Okay, last part here before we get into the rest of the video, there's two different parts of the domain name. There's the top level domain and the second level. The top level domain, or the TLD, is everything that comes after the dot. So this could be .com, .org, .net. There's also country specific like .uk. And the SLD, or second level domain, is just everything to the left of that. Okay, now that you understand what a domain name is and how it is used, let's talk about why they are important. So the first is brand identity. This is going to just help you establish your unique presence online. The next is credibility and professionalism. Whatever field you are working in, whether you're in photography or you have a service-based business, a website is going to be a great way to be a professional in your space. The next are SEO advantages. So depending on the different SEO tools that you use, like SEMrush or plugins on WordPress, you will be able to increase organic traffic to your site with SEO. This is going to impact your ranking on Google, and the further up you are in the search ranks, the higher chance that you have of converting business. Okay, another reason why a domain name is important is marketing and memorability. If you have a great brand and a great website, that could really make a big impact on your potential clientele. Okay, so let's talk about some factors that you should consider before choosing your domain name. So the first one is simplicity and memorability. You want to choose the most simple domain as possible. Now, some of them will probably be taken and you likely will not get your first choice, but you need to do a little bit of digging and look around, and you also might need to buy a domain if that's something that you think is right for your business. The next thing that you want to consider when choosing a domain is potentially using keywords in your domain name. So for example, in my case, my domain name is Sam Walks Dogs. Now, I have a better chance of ranking in search when people in my area type in dog walking because those words are in my domain name. So you just want to make sure that you're using a simple domain name, but also one that has good keywords related to the product that you're offering. You also want to avoid hyphens and numbers. Just make it as clean as possible. Hopefully you can find something that is within your brand that you don't have to put hyphens or numbers. And also, if you want to buy a domain, one that might be taken that you actually want for your business, you can consider doing that as well. Another thing that you might want to consider are trademark issues. So does your name actually exist somewhere else? If so, are you going to get sued? Just look at all this to make sure that you're choosing a name that is not already in existence so you don't have any problems down the future. Just put in a little time now and do some research to make sure that you're choosing a name that is not trademarked. Okay, so let's talk about how to get a domain name. So first, let's explain the difference between a domain name and a hosting site. So the hosting platform is going to host your domain name. Now, there's a bunch of different hosting platforms out there. There's Hostinger, Squarespace, Bluehost, Wix, and a bunch of others. But the domain name is the thing that you're typing into the search bar to get to your website. Now, you actually don't have to buy your domain name through your hosting platform. You can actually buy them separate, but you will have to understand how to link them, and it could get a little bit complicated. So for beginners, we really just recommend that you get your domain name with the platform that you're hosting with. Okay, so let's go through a step-by-step guide of how to set up a domain with Bluehost. We're going to leave that link down below in the description. Go ahead and click on that, and then we can walk through this here together. Okay, so once you've clicked on that link down below, it should bring you to this page here, and you can see for under $2 per month, you can get a hosting plan with Bluehost. So if we scroll down here, you can see that WordPress and Bluehost are very closely linked here. WordPress actually recommends 3 hosting platforms, and Bluehost is one of them. The integration between WordPress and Bluehost is really seamless, and I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so you can see down below here that they have 24-hour support. Their customer service is great. Let's go ahead and click pick a plan down here. Okay, so now you're at the select plan page, and you can see for the basic package for under $2 a month, you can have a hosting plan. Now, if you want to host a couple more websites, and if you need a little bit more storage, as well as you want to have phone support, then you're going to want to choose this recommended option here. Let's go ahead and scroll down and see some of the other features that are included here as well. So you'll see that they all actually come with a free domain for the first year, but this recommended plan actually comes with free backups for the first year, which we recommend that you get. This will just make sure in the unfortunate event that your site does go down, that you'll have backups to restore all of your data. Also, it includes domain privacy, which is really great, and it's free for the first year, as well as malware scanning. These are just just enhanced privacy features that you might want to consider. And then if you're going to have an e-commerce store and you want to sell products online, you're going to want to choose online store or cloud here. This online store has a bunch of features that are specifically made for people in the e-commerce space. So go ahead and select that one if that one's right for you. Okay, for our sake, I'm going to go ahead and do that $349 option. That's going to give us a little bit more protection here in terms of malware scanning and domain privacy. So let's go ahead and select this option here. Okay, this is just if you want to set up an online store. Let's go ahead and skip that for now. Okay, so now it'll bring you to set up your domain name. So you can actually choose your domain right here. So let's just go ahead and see what's available. I'm going to type in my name here and see what happens. So it looks like my name is taken, but I can go ahead and choose from .net or .org, or I can go back and change the name that I want to get. Okay, so once you've finished with that and you've selected the domain that you want, go ahead and click continue. Next, it's going to ask you to fill out all your account information here. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so once you've done that, let's go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. You can go ahead and enter your email address as well as a password there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our package information here before we pay. Okay, so you see that the choice plan is what we chose for a 12-month period of $349 per month. Now I just chose .net, but you might want to choose .com or .shop or something else that fits your business. So it comes with free SSL encryption, as well as site backups free for the first year, and domain privacy and protection free for the first year. Then there's a bunch of package extras that you can add on here if you'd like. There's one for e-commerce, as well as single domain SSL, site lock essentials, which is just going to help prevent malware and protect your site even further. Then you can actually add Google Workspace Business Starter, which is just going to give you a Gmail account, and that's actually a pretty good deal. When I got mine, it was $6 a month, but this is offering you $3 a month, billed at $36 annually. You can also get Yoast Premium SEO here for $1.99, and then they give you a 3-month free trial, and you can decide whether or not you want that professional email. Okay, so our total today for the whole year is $77.76, which is a pretty great deal. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and put your payment information here, and then when you're finished, go ahead and click submit. Okay, once you've done that, you should log into your Bluehost platform, and it should look something like this, where your website is right here. Here you can edit your settings, or you can edit your site with WordPress, or you can actually use Bluehost's AI Builder. We created an entire video on this channel about how to use Bluehost's AI Builder that's called Wondersuite. So we won't go into too much detail here, but go ahead and check out that video linked down below in the description. Okay, so that's all we have for you today on if you need a domain name. In 2024, with how easy it is to build a website with all of the different AI website builders, there's really no excuse to not have a website. You can get a good looking professional website up and running in less than an hour. So we really hope you enjoyed this video and you got some value from it. We're going to leave a link to all the resources that we talked about today in the video down below in the description. And if you do choose to use our link to Bluehost, just know we do get a small referral fee at no additional cost to you. This really helps us keep creating free content like this for you, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much in advance. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. This channel is dedicated to providing you free videos like this to teach you how to create your first website. So thank you so much for watching. We wish you the best on your website building journey, and we will see you in the next video.